Hey, all of you that joined me today, I'm so glad to have you here. We've got some exciting things happening for the month of December, and we're going to be doing these. There'll probably be three. If I pulled up my calendar, let me see what we have. One, two, yeah, three of these this month. And you know what? The last Wednesday is the 31st. I don't know what's going to happen that month. I know many of us are going to be busy making some qualifications for the cruise. So that's my big thing to talk about today is I brought up on the our I keep mixing this up with the mastermind call because we've got CD and mastermind today as well. But I wanted to find out what it is that you guys want, and you know all the stuff that's going on in December, but I want to work with those specifically, like every day if possible, to help you qualify because it's the easiest qualification ever for a cruise. I don't, some people are complaining about it, others, it's just on activity alone and overactivity. And what that requires is you to have some personally sponsored people that are making more activity in your group. I don't know. We're going to talk about that today, but I wanted to make sure that you were getting what you need. Let's face it, folks. 2024 was a weird year. We all agree on that one.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, weirder than most. And oh
Stranger than fiction.
there we go. Stranger than fiction. Thank you, Randy. And by the way, before we get going, I really want to thank Randy Kiefer for doing so much of the training on the disc. It has been very beneficial. Some people have sent me text messages wanting to get the link and go in there and do their personality test. And were they surprised? Nope. were they were they happy with what they saw? Kind of 50-50 because of where we are, what we're doing in this industry. They wanted more. Does that surprise you, Randy?
No, and it's enlightening to know where you're at. Some people got an idea, but it's more of enlightening to know also where your team members might be at.
And those other sections that you talked about, yeah, you had to go in there and you had to pay the 15.95 or 14.95, whatever it was. And Randy, I told you I wasn't going to do it. I did it. And you know what? Our personalities are amazingly alike. I was shocked.
Hmm.
I'm not that one that needs to know everything before I do anything. I thought I had more of a blue personality, and maybe on the outside that's what shows. But apparently, when my brain has to put it down on paper, answering questions, that's not what's in here.
Right. Hmm.
So that was real interesting. But thank you, Randy, for doing all that. So, um, what is happening in December, you guys? If you go to our Team Visionaries Facebook page, I went ahead and posted on there all the things that are happening. So go back to you're all in there. And if you're not, please let me know and I'll make sure that you have the invite. Look for that invite and get in there. But there's so many things that are happening in December, and I want to know if any of you would speak up. You don't have to, or maybe even just put it in the chat, which maybe I better open up the chat here and find out what do you want to see happen in December? What do you want for December through APLGO, or maybe just in your personal lives alone? And let's see if we can attach those two. Anybody want to speak on that? Hey, Michelle, how you doing? It, there's three of us on here that are up really early this morning.
Yes.
So, anybody want to talk about what they really want to see happen in December, especially because we have that cruise that we can be qualifying for in 2025, and from the 1st to the 6th, it is the 1st to the 6th, right, Randy? I think it's the 1st to the 6th. You have 600 overactivity from what you normally are, 40, 60, 100, whatever it is. And you'll have part one done. You have from the 1st of December to the 30th of December to get 1,000 in overactivity. And that's what we've always done, but we've never had the 600. I thought that was pretty cool. And do that through the overactivity, not enrollments and upgrades. It's all overactivity in the month of December, and you'll qualify for part one. Then part two is the whole stretch, and then there's another thing that happens in April. But anyway, does anybody want to open up and talk about what they want in December? Yes, Beth, go ahead.
Well, speaking of the overactivity, this was a question I had. They'd done it before where customer activity counted for overactivity. Is that the same?
Okay. Yes.
I needed to
know bet.
That.
Yeah. So my focus, I don't know, it could be several of you. My focus today and tomorrow, especially tomorrow, is gaining those customers and making that happen at the 600. Yeah, and having, we don't have the Terra activity pendant back in stock yet. They are filtering in as soon as they hit, and this is so sad, really. As soon as they hit the ground and the FDA clears them, and some of them just, actually it's not FDA, it's the customs that clears them, and they go to the places that they're supposed to be going. Some of them are going to the warehouse, some of them are going to Chicago, some of them are going to Tina, some of them are going to Maya in New York. They have to come in separate little bundles, because if all 1,000 or the next group of 5,000 come in all together, it puts a red flag on it. So you're going to see those. Yeah, you're going to see those going in and out of the back office. So I'm in there 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times a day. So I'll be looking. I'll always go to, place an order, and I'll always go in there and see. But, one of us from the mastermind group usually sees it really fast. Like, we kind of find out before they're going to be turned on. And I'll tell you guys, okay? I got a really good call yesterday from one of our associates that brought in a ton of people last year, and she just got her pendant yesterday, and she's so excited. And just the act of holding onto it, she felt really, really good about it. And she's one of those people that feels all that energy. So that just gave me goosebumps. So I just asked if we could be hearing more from her when she has, a testimonial or something to say about it. And there's a lot of people that we want to get those pendants out to. And I have to say this, you guys, we didn't know that the pendant itself would help with issues like my back. I mean, really, that just shocked me. I do know, I don't wear this at night. I did wear it for 3 weeks straight. But within the first 12 hours, I felt no pulling in my back. I mean, you guys saw the video. I can still bend over. I can get them to do that right now. But when I don't have it on, like at night, and then I maybe forget, and it's like around noon, I start feeling that little bit. It's not pain, but I feel it in my lower back. And I'm like, oh, all right, get the pendant back on. And within minutes, it's gone again. I don't know why that's working like that. Somebody said it's all in your head. Like, I don't think so. It's all in my back.
No, because I've been sleeping with mine on, Cherry, for the last 5 days. And I wake up now to where my back's not hurting, my knees aren't hurting.
And
yeah, it's just.
And why?
Yeah, my knees don't feel, I've had a lot of like almost arthritis in my knees. And now, they're fine. Actually, they feel stronger.
Well, I am so glad, and we wonder why. How is this possible? Because it was designed to thwart off EMFs, and if all this other, I know it enhances our drops even more, but Randy, that is like, if somebody calls and says, I don't feel anything, I'm like, are you sure? I mean, well, just remember what it was designed for. But then
Well,
I
some
get
of
calls
it is
like
too. I
this.
mean, because it's also got the negative ions in it too. So for people who are aware of what grounding is or earthing is and why we do that, and then it's hard to get outside a lot of the times during the winter, especially in Alaska. It's very useful and necessary.
Well, the fact that you just got yours how long ago?
5 days ago.
You got yours 5 days ago. Beth, have you received yours?
I
Oh,
just got it from the
come
post office yesterday. And so
on.
yep, last night, Alan and I wore them and we wore them to bed. And so I had some interesting things that I wanted to share. Um, he slept like awesome and he has a hard time sleeping. He woke up this morning going, I slept. I dreamed like crazy, but I didn't wake up. Yes, that's what we were hoping for. I had a different reaction. And this is not scaring me or whatever, because for lack of better words, I seem to have these kind of weird reactions to things. Okay. So it's like I have an opposite reaction to start with, and then it starts to work. So I have on my hand, right underneath between these two fingers, underneath the knuckles, I had a major injury. I was holding a log of wood. I had a whole armful of wood in the same arm, and then another log in the other hand, and I've tripped and I fell with the log in my left hand down, and the right log in my right hand came down on top of my left hand. So my hand got sandwiched between two logs and half my weight. Yeah, it hurt for a long time. Anyway, that was almost 2 years ago.
Oh,
It every
wow.
once in a while, yeah, like almost every once in a while, like really sharp arthritic type pain will last for 2 days. I mean, I can't even move my hand right. I've been okay lately. I haven't felt anything for a couple months, like I'm healed up. Well, I put the pendant on there, I'd say less than 5 minutes, and I started to feel the pain again.
Mhm.
So I'm like, well, okay, so it's activating something.
Yep.
And I have a little bit of an ache today, but I haven't touched it again. I wore the pendant overnight. And the little aches that were gone seemed to come back. I wore the pendant all night. Other little aches were reminding me that they were still there. Let me put it that way, but
Mhm.
not bothering me, just kind of reminding me. So I'm expecting that this is a normal for me because of the way I react. And for other people that might feel like that, don't be afraid of it. Over time, then it changes. It's like, is it increasing the blood flow or, that kind of thing? Yeah.
I'm so glad that you brought this up because while we were in Moldova, we had some similar experiences with several of us that were there with other things. And well, one gal in particular, I remember her saying she put it on her knee because of her knee pain, and she immediately felt the area warm up. And I just thought, wow. Um, and these are people that you honestly, them and they don't just stretch the truth about anything. And I just thought, wow, I haven't had a warming sensation when I put it on anywhere, but that's them. That's how their body reacts. And yours, that's amazing, Beth. I can't wait to see what happens in a week, 24 hours, 3 days. Keep us posted because that is what I wanted all of anybody that has their pendants to and you know what, I think I have just a pendant post in there, but we should put a pendant post in our I'll do this, our team visionaries page, and people put testimonials on there, And I would love to take I mean, I know we've got one in the DNA drops testimonial page, but to have this and group them all together, take a screenshot and drop that over into the DNA drops testimonial page would be a really great idea. That's fantastic. Beth, that's fantastic. Michelle, have you gotten yours yet?
Mine hasn't shown up yet.
It will.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
figured when it gets there, it'll be sent to me.
And here's the thing is you ordered in the group that they were here. So it's everybody that ordered is in that group that dependents were coming in. So you may not see a tracking number. I don't know why there's not being a tracking number. They're just showing up. So that happened with a couple of people yesterday. Yeah. So
I'm excited.
yeah. So let me know as soon as you do. By the way, Michelle, I probably drive by your house, not your house, but your that little Miller's place out there every day. Yeah, as I'm going out doing things and I'm thinking, man, I got to stop in and see Michelle. So one of these days we need to get together, just on a side note.
We should. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
So, did anybody have it? By the way, I know some of you were on the call yesterday, and I want to apologize because I put out there that Sergey was going to be on the call, and for whatever reason he wasn't, and come to find out it was posted incorrectly, and he's just going to be on the one on Saturday. Yes, I got texts on that one. Where's Sergey? And I hope you guys weren't disappointed, but there are going to be some major changes in our corporate calls. Shh, I can't say anything yet. I know Beth is like, wait a minute.
Mum's the word.
Mum's the word. And after our CD call this morning, I will probably know more. And then after our CD call, we're having an OG group. There's a group of 5 of us that are getting together and starting to plan something for the USA, hopefully in April. And it's all going to be determined on how well the product sales are, because you guys, to put on an event, it takes money. We just want to make sure that the next event that we have is spectacular. It's in the United States where more people can come. We're looking at Scottsdale, particularly the Talking Stick Casino, because they've got a great, Beth knows this, they have a really good area there for conventions and really good hotel room rates and all around the place. And we want to be able to do this to attract, are you ready for this, you guys? At least 500 people there because of what's going to be happening. I am getting huge goosebumps right now because of what the changes that we're going to be making to our calls, our Zooms, and all those things that bring that together in the month of January. So keep your fingers crossed. I'm really excited about this call that's coming up next and our CD call, and talk more about that. So you guys just be ready for that. Who's ready to come to a convention in a really awesome, with lots of people?
Me.
I am.
Michelle, yeah.
Yes.
And we're making sure you're there.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, it's been a while. I know. Last one I think we went to, Michelle, was in Texas.
Yes.
Yeah. And we know people for whatever reason aren't attending these big events in some places, but others they're bringing in 4,000 or 5,000 people to their conventions. Why aren't we? So that's going to change when we make a radical introduction of somebody new to the team. So I'm real happy about this. Anyway, what else did I have on our let me see, your goals for December? Does anybody want to talk about their goals for December? I know some people aren't in the building mode. Some are looking for customers, which, by the way, you could build a really good business just on customers. But if you're in the building mode, tomorrow is working Wednesday. And for us up here, Michelle and Randy, that's 10 o'clock in the morning till noon. And we get on rockstarzoom.com. And for 2 hours, we literally concentrate on working any leads that we have. And the corporate directors are on there to either help you with a phone call. If that's what you need, we just mute ourselves and, we're do a 3-way call with you, or we help answer your questions. And we've done 2 and it's been very productive. So anybody up for that tomorrow? Randy's probably
Yes,
sleeping.
but it's going to have to be at a different time for me.
Yeah, they're not going to change the time. And here's why. 10 to 2 here is a
Well,
weird
for
time.
me personally.
Yeah.
For this Wednesday.
Well, it's in the morning here. And reality is 10 to 2, most people are at work. But I'm thinking
Yep.
at 10, it's noon in Mountain Time. And that's where I'm contacting a lot of prospects is on Mountain Time. Or also earlier, by the way, we just opened up the Dominican Republic. Did you guys hear that?
Yep.
And that's where they're going to have their little 3-day thing. And if you know people in that area, because they're going to be connected with the United States, they'll get the U.S. orders. It would be easy to get them, like Puerto Rico. So if you know anybody there, we can make those calls as well. We can, do the text messaging, whatever you want to do there. So any feedback on that? Randy,
I'm going to try.
Oh, please do, Beth, because, I know you're in you're in customer mode, and I am too. For these first 6 days in December for the cruise, I'm in customer requisition. Let's do it.
I am not reaching as far as that because I've just got to get over me and get started. I'm in the goal of December. I am going to restart my business. That's my goal for December.
Working Wednesday would be really good for you because then you just pop on just for a little bit when you can through that 10 to 12. Or for you it's 12 to 2. No, you're Mountain Time, aren't you, right now?
Yeah.
So it would be 12 to 2 for you. It's kind of hard keeping Arizona never changes their time. So, but my son lives there, so it's easy for me to remember that. And just pop on and see what other people are doing to engage themselves in talking with people, because that's really what it's all about. Really.
I finally got back on the My APL world. I had to figure out where it was and how to get there. And like, holy cow, because I couldn't see the trainings on Luna. And I was looking for replays and I haven't seen any.
I don't know that those are in there. That I'm going to go into my APL world and at home and the home page. It has events. It has latest EDM messages, recently added files.
I don't know if she was recording them.
She didn't record them for the longest time because I think I don't remember what that was, but I know she's doing them every Wednesday at 4 p.m. our time, so that's 6 p.m. your time. They're still doing that because something new is in there every week.
Something cool shows up with Luna all the time.
Yeah, when you're in there. So, and the other thing I do when I open it up, I don't see one this morning, but I'll go to the text chats, and I always open up Tony. There's Tony's tips from the top. I don't know where he came up with that, but if you click on that, there's conversations going on in there about how you can work your business. You can always ask Tony. Do you have that? I think everybody has it. Tony's tips from the top. If you go into your
enough. I've been trying to look for trainings and I didn't find trainings, so I will look
Yeah.
for that.
Well, I'll tell you what, the other thing you can do is go to more, and Luna is right there at the top, and she will help you. There are some help me with network marketing, and there's just typical questions in there. But you know what? That's not trainings on how to do the the hub.
Yeah, I want to know how to use Luna.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what, how to use Luna is simple. And I would love to go over that with you. I can tell you two major things here right now is when you go to more and you see Luna, click on her. And then just when you open that up, you scroll down and you'll see three boxes there. Help me with network marketing, help me with APLGO products, or the ad maker. And the ad maker is what I have been using every single day. I just click on ad maker, and then you click on which one of those products you want her to make an ad about. Like I'll just click on Accumulate SA, and then it asks you to ask a question. So, and you know, I don't ever do the please Luna help me make it. I just say, ask a question about Accumulate SA. You could say, so exactly what is Accumulate SA? That's all you need to put in there. Or tell me more about Accumulate SA. And then click the enter button for that little airplane there, and it will give you a complete write-up, AI write-up of it, and you can save that. You want to go ahead and save it over to your creations, and then you can edit it to pull out stuff that you don't want. So tomorrow night, are you available at 6 o'clock your time?
I will can try to be.
Let's try to have you on there, and anybody else that wants to go on as well, and go through the how to use Luna. I know she always goes through the beginning where you have to do your about page and make it as simple as you want or as
Yeah,
complicated, whatever.
I
And
did. I just did the about, and I'm like, wow, that's interesting. I didn't know how it would turn out when I was putting in what my occupation was. Well, I'm retired, but it's like
and you
so.
know what? I think Randy and we kind of went in there and kind of played with it a little bit. And
I'm going to change mine and play with it. Yeah,
Mine turned out amazing.
yeah, I put in serial entrepreneur, and it was amazing what popped up out of that. So
yeah,
just and
yeah. I
Michelle, if
I
you
I really liked her writing too. I like that. Yeah,
and and some people that are um that don't like what is there, you can write it kind of the way that you may talk, but I got to tell you, I don't talk that way, and it turned out so good, I just left it.
yeah, yeah.
So, Michelle, have you experienced the hub yet?
I'm so far behind on everything. I have no idea what you guys are even talking about. I've seen emails come through. I just have not had time to.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and I know you were extremely busy with the election, and you probably
Yeah.
still are. And whenever you're ready to, I could come over and sit down and we can look at that. I know some people are techie challenged, and that might be an issue, but
That's me.
Luna, Luna makes it easy for you. You can be the worst tech person on the planet, and Luna fixes it for you, right, Beth? Yeah. So, hey, I look at it this way. If some people that I know that don't really even use their computer very much, and some of you even have just an iPad, they're using it and getting traction because when they put their posts on Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok, X, whatever, it's an image that goes on there with the words, and the algorithm doesn't spit that out because it's an image, not somebody's words that says DM me or the link is here. None of that. It's all on an image, and that's why we're getting so much traction from it. It was the weirdest thing last night, you guys. In fact, I almost posted it on the messenger for you guys to pop on to Todd Falcone's. I shouldn't even be recording this part of it. Todd Falcone had and you can look it up on his feed. He did a thing last night about AI, and that there's this platform that you can get. He's going to do a webinar on, he's going to do a Zoom on it. And yeah, it's going to cost money, and it's the least amount you'll ever pay. And you don't know how hard it was for me not to mention on there, join me. I've got one that's free. It was I just kept saying, oh, that's fantastic. And just hi Todd, how you doing? But you guys, our platform does everything he was saying for free. So we want to teach you all how to use it. And there's so many people that they're not against going in there. They just haven't gone in because they think it's complicated. And until they go in there and see how easy it really is, they're like, oh, why didn't I do this like a year ago? Anyway,
I was shocked.
Yep, Beth found out. So okay, so let's, you guys are aware that we're going to have some major changes here come January as far as our corporate calls go, even our team calls. I'm just really excited about that. Is there anything different you guys want to see happen in December? Besides a better corporate call? Okay.
Besides my team.
Yeah. I really like the idea of doing the working Wednesdays again, and hopefully maybe they'll expand it so more people can join in. But as far as another time that's in the evening for others. But I'm still just restarting, so I don't think December is much for me to ask for.
You can, yeah. And here, just because you said that, I'm thinking, why can't we do our own a second one on Wednesday? Wednesday's it's 100% APLGO. Let's see what we can do. Did Michelle, you had something to say?
No, I was just listening.
Oh, okay. I see it. The green around your box there, and I was thinking, Randy, anything you'd like to see happen in December? Let me see.
These working Wednesdays are a really good way to do stuff because you can bounce ideas off person, or if you got somebody that responds to you on a call or a message, then you've got a team right there already available, ready to jump on with you.
Yeah, and
those working Wednesdays are great.
And what about your timing? So the morning's not good for you, and if it's not doable for Beth, then what is your schedule on Wednesdays? I hate to ask that, but it's a working night for you, isn't it?
Generally.
Okay.
Yeah, tomorrow I've got meetings in the mid-afternoon, so and then tonight I work. So I got to get about 4 hours of sleep before I go into my meeting.
Wow, you amaze me. So let's do whatever we can, because I know Randy is on a roll for the month of December, and I just want to help whoever wants to get on calls whatever time that's convenient for you. I'm available in the morning till about 11:30 every single day, and Tuesdays and Wednesdays all day long. Well, except for my corporate calls on Tuesday, at this and corporate call. But I'm excited about what December is going to bring for all of us, and I don't want to wait till January to do anything. People want to get their enrollments or their customers this month because of what's going to happen in January.
Right. Set up
Maybe that'll help.
Excellent first quarter.
Yeah. Yeah. And, we always want to make Sergi proud of us. I mean, there's always somebody. And him being so young and the owner of this company, and he's really done a lot for the USA. We're excited that he's even considering of moving back to the USA. And Olga should be having her baby if she hasn't already had it. I think she might have already had it. They're staying at the hotel across from the hospital, so it's that close. And they just want to come here to the United States. Geez, wouldn't that make our 2025 an incredible year? Because that guy he'll do amazing things for us if he's here on US soil.
Yeah, that'll be
Hey,
fun.
I'm going to throw. Go ahead, Rainey.
No, go ahead. I just said it would be fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw this out there. Just how you say stuff, and then you're able to, by putting it out there, it
Speak it into
happens,
existence.
right? So my goal, why I am definitely restarting and pushing myself, because I got to push myself to do this. I need 35,000. I'm going to say 35,000 because prices have gone up, in order to put in water and sewer lines on a piece of property.
Oh, I love your goal. Let's
Yeah.
work that out together because that's what I need to put down on some property here. Yeah.
Sounds good.
That's my push. So I'd be more than happy that when somebody has a goal like that, you're putting it out there to the universe or whatever. And I don't know. I got to tell you guys a quick story. Beth, thank you so much for that. Yesterday, I had blood drawn, got a big, huge bruise on my arm now, blood drawn, had a scan, bone density scan, and for whatever reason, that's because they make you do that when you're over 65 anyway. And I'm headed out, and all is well. The roads are dry, and I'm driving, going 55 down the Palmer Fish Hook, and I see this car coming, and for the life of me, it started coming down my lane and from the other way. And I know we're both going around 60. And I'm thinking, do I pull off the road? Is this guy on? I mean, it could happen that fast. And then I just swerved over a little bit and I looked back behind me and he was completely in my lane. Now, I don't know if I diverted death yesterday. It seems to me like I did, but it shook me to the bone. And I'm thinking, as soon as I righted myself again and I just went, thank you, universe. I got to tell you, just before I got out, I thought, gosh, I sure hope the roads aren't icy and, remember what you think might be happening. And we hear this all the time from Kelly. But the fact that that happened, it took me a good minute, not exaggerating, to think oh my gosh, what could have happened there? So yes, put those things out into the universe. Good things, good things, good things. And bring them into fruition. You know all about that, Randy. I think all of you do. So let me look on here. Yeah, we just need to prepare for the big things that are going to happen in 2025, and they're huge things. So you guys, I don't want to keep this, golly, it's already 42 minutes after. Sorry about that. I want to just keep this at a half an hour. But I want to thank you for coming on here and putting your input in here and maybe helping more people that will see the recording of this. And get on with our Tuesday. I have a corporate call here in just a little bit, corporate director's call. And I will be bringing your joy and your happiness there to those calls and give you any feedback that is different than what we already have. Again, look at the cruise qualifications and let's get more of this team's members on there. I can only imagine if you guys that are on here right now wound up on that cruise. I mean, I'd love to go myself. I think this might be some fun. They've changed it from landing in China and going to Japan and back to landing in Japan, going to China and back. And yeah, so Beth, you're going what? Did you not know
I was
that?
born in Japan. I've wanted to go back so bad.
Now's your chance, honey.
I've got to
So
find a way.
let's make this that you just gave me goosebumps, Beth. You know what, you told me that before and I totally forgot. But yeah, let's and we're going to be in Japan for a while. So this is a 7-day cruise. So and it doesn't take that long to get from Japan to China. So let's make that happen. But I can only imagine with you guys on here now on that ship, how much fun we'd have. Really, it would be a trip and a half. So anyway, let's make that happen. Parts of that happen, part one for the month of December. And by the way, I have to tell you guys, Michelle and Randy and Beth, you're on the top sales for this team for the month of November. Just so you know. Yep, I know. There's a couple more. There's like seven of you, but I was like, wow. We all had great sales in November. So thank you so much, you guys. Have a good
I'm
rest.
going to add.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to add that I think Mom, who's just turned 90, bought a pendant that I'll be giving her Thursday, and that's a big part of what I'm working on this week. Is we have a birthday party for her Saturday. So, but yeah, she turned 90 and she
Oh,
bought a pendant.
woo! Happy birthday. And this is going to be exciting because through the month of December, more of those pendants are going to be arriving. And you guys have the opportunity to get those out to other people as well. So this is going to be knowing what you know, these do now. I think there's going to be even more sales on the pendant.
That and add it with the LFT.
Yeah. Oh, and the
Can't forget
LFT.
about
Oh
the
my God.
LFT.
Let's not forget that. You guys know I'm taking 2 a day. I don't know what has happened, but my
Amazing stuff.
level is amazing. So anyway, you guys have a really good rest of your day. I'll give you some feedback if there's any extra stuff from the corporate director and the MMG. You guys always hear it first. And let's make December a month to remember. Where did I hear that before? You guys have fun. Take care.
Bye all.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Michelle. Bye, Beth.
See you. Bye.